Yeah, at Mobile World Congress this year, one of the big discussion topics have been how do we unlock real return on the 5G investments made over the last 3 or 4 years? And there seems to be a clear conclusion. We need to start differentiating on roaming quality. Roaming has often been viewed as a commodity, but it doesn't have to be. If you take the airline industry, the route from A to B may be the same, but the quality of service is different. You have first class, you have business class, you have economy, and all with a different service and a different price point. So we need to do the same for roaming. The good news really is that we have the 5G network that can enable that. So now it's just about turning that network capabilities into commercial product tiers.
So while connectivity is of course really important, it's that user experience I think is even more important. And that's really where you're going to have, as operators, be able to differentiate against their competitors. Operators have a tremendous amount of insight from both their networks and their users, and they're able to leverage new technologies like data analytics, artificial intelligence, to be able to optimize the experience for their customers and really provide some new ways of roaming. And so I really think it's going to be really important as we look ahead, operators to have the flexibility to offer new types of pricing packages, to be able to meet that expectation of customers to have always-on connection and a great user experience.
At first, roaming was expensive, but now it's about quality. So when you travel, you don't need to figure out what is the SIM, the network that you are going to get, right? You need a seamless experience. So when I came here in Barcelona, I didn't worry about my network. I simply connected and I started talking with my daughter, for instance. So roaming is about that, the quality, the experience that you're gonna have.
Expectations on the roaming platform are evolving as fast as connectivity is evolving in terms of features, technology, particularly with the growing role played by AI. By applying advanced analytics tools such as predictive models, AI-driven recommendation and automation, operators can unveil unpredictable traffic patterns and engage with roaming partners using insights information to assure fair negotiation. In short, roaming evolves into a high-value platform when intelligence and not access only becomes the core asset.
You know, the networks are becoming very, very complex. So now you have 5G, you have AI. So you need to secure the quality of these networks because it's becoming complex. For instance, in Mobileum, we have the 360 vision about the experience if you need to test your partner, if you can have all your services on time and seamless. So it's more about that, you know, the 5G is really becoming every network really complex.
I think we are a real tipping point for 5G SA roaming, and I think we are looking at a breakthrough within the next 12 months. But I see 3 things need to happen. First, we need to have clear quality of service tiers defined, meaning that we take the parameters we have in 4G, the QCI values, and we elevate them into 5G where we have 5 QI values, and start tying them back to product tiers and product commercial offerings. Second, we need to have interworking proven with 5G SA and NSA, and we know with 5G it's not going to come without any failure points. New failures will be introduced, and we need to make sure we do testing thoroughly before we launch. Finally, third point is that we need to have productized offerings that utilizes these new use cases. So on the consumer side, we have the video streaming, gaming, we have the virtual reality. On the enterprise side, we have IoT use cases, but we certainly also have autonomous driving with low latency requirements, etc. That all require their own specific requirements on latency and availability.
I would love to be able to say that this is the real breakthrough year. I don't think it's going to be the ultimate breakthrough year, but I am excited that we're going to see a lot of progress this year. We're already working with a number of tier 1 operators that are ready to engage from a 5G SA roaming perspective. So I think we're going to see some great momentum. I also think that in individual markets, once we start to see 1 or 2 major operators roll out 5G SA roaming, it's really going to accelerate from there, because from a market perspective, it's going to be such a competitive differentiator to offer that great experience to customers.
To unlock value, operators need to align billing ecosystems by standardizing settlement and commercials agreements to move beyond the legacy volume-based charging. 5G SA introduced new capabilities, and those capabilities requires new way of charging and monetizing. The real value of 5G standalone roamings come from monetizing specific network features, especially those related to network quality. And these new parameters, new features required new charging model and a flexible rating platform.
So no one should worry about the technology behind, because all providers, all partners, we need to deliver the quality, but not our customers, they should not worry about the technology behind that. So when you have an eSIM, there is much roaming behind that, much technology behind that, that you should only focus on the experience and not on the technology.
I believe in that we need to have a roam-like home experience for anyone who travels with a phone or for any IoT device that you take abroad. You shouldn't have to go around and shop for an eSIM as soon as you cross the border. In fact, the eSIM or travel eSIM offerings are very much based around the wholesale rates that the MNOs already have access to. So I think what we need to do is to have more collaboration within the MNOs between the retailer side and the wholesale side to create more affordable packages that can be added onto the subscriptions of the subscribers. The US operators at last have shown that this can work, reducing the need for travel eSIMs while increasing the customer brand value.
Operators are always going to know their customers better than an eSIM provider, and through that they can really leverage that knowledge to provide a really strong user experience, make it very seamless just like they are from home, and leverage two new technologies like artificial intelligence and data analytics to get to know their customer and offer the right level of service for the right level of price.
You have hit a crucial point. In a world of eSIM and global connectivity, customer experience becomes a key competitor differentiator. This requires a more strategic approach, one that combines quality-based steering with mechanisms that can optimize cost margins. Through One Steering, the joint solution between MACH and Tomia, operators can optimize the steering equation, meaning making sure to assign the right network quality to the right subscribers, while ensuring commercial discounts are met and the best net effective rate is applied.